Our top story this morning, a language row has erupted in Bengaluru after a video from an SBI branch in Chandapura went viral. This video captures a heated exchange between a customer and the branch manager who refused to speak in Kannada, the official language of Karnataka, despite repeated requests. The manager insisted on speaking only in Hindi and reportedly said she would never speak Kannada. The customer, reminding the manager that this is Karnataka, argued that bank staff should use the regional language. The manager, however, dismissed the concern. All right, breaking news coming in. A language row has rocked SBI in Karnataka, as we showed you, triggering strong reactions from the top. Now, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has taken a firm Kannada first stance, calling the refusal to speak Kannada unacceptable. Issuing a stern warning to SBI, the Chief Minister has said such incidents must not be repeated and that linguistic respect is non-negotiable in the state. Let me quickly go across to my colleague Neha, who's joining us with more on this. Neha, the Chief Minister now weighing in on this entire language row. What more details do you have?
Well, that's right. A strong reaction now that's coming from the Karnataka Chief Minister to this entire incident, wherein, of course, he's condemned it and he said that Kannada first should be the policy in the state. Well, even here at the head office, the local branch head office of the headquarters of SBI over here in Bengaluru, we've just witnessed a short while ago some protests that had broken out by the pro-Kannada activists. Well, in fact, of course, you had them coming down to the bank here to protest. In fact, even now, you'd see the manner in which of course, there's heavy police deployment still outside the branch here in a bid to ensure that, those who are protesting this do not take the law and order into their own hands. Remember, the Chief Minister now, of course, sternly reacting to this, also appreciating SBI for having transferred the official there, going on to, of course, suggest that all bank employees must treat customers with respect and with dignity. This is, of course, something that, we've been highlighting earlier as well. The manner in which, of course, this is now gathering reactions on social media. Also, a split host of reactions that have come in, while many have condemned this incident, saying that, there was no need for the arrogance there from the bank official. Many others have said that, imposing a language here isn't necessary. Of course, we must also understand here that banking being, a critical and essential service in the state, which is why the language row has now erupted.
Right, Neha, I'll come back to you. I'm also joined by Amita on the broadcast, who has this particular post that the Chief Minister has made. Amita, over to you.
Right, Shreya, we're looking at the first reaction coming in from the Chief Minister of Karnataka himself. This is what Siddaramaiah's post is on social media platform X, where he goes on to say, and I quote, that the behavior of the SBI branch manager in Surya Nagara Anekal Taluk, refusing to speak in Kannada and English and showing disregard to citizens, is strongly condemnable. We appreciate SBI's swift action in transferring the official. The matter may now be treated as closed. However, such incidents must not recur, as all bank employees must treat customers with dignity and make every effort to speak in the local language. I urge, when it comes to the Finance Minister and Deputy and the Department of Financial Services, to mandate cultural language sensitization training for all bank staff across India. Respecting local language is respecting the people. Kannada first is the hashtag, Shreya, that he has used in his post.
Right, Amita, thanks very much. Neha, the fact that the Chief Minister has some strong words weighing in on this entire tussle over language. Of course, this is not the first time that the state is witnessing this kind of a language row, but obviously now he is directing his officials as well to make sure that bank officials and other officials who are working at state-owned banks and state departments should make sure that they are more sensitive to a sentiment that echoes with a large part of the population in Karnataka.
Well, that's absolutely right. The language row is something that's always persisted in the state of Karnataka. The people, of course, of the state quite emotional here about the fact that, you have outsiders who are coming in, who are not putting in any efforts at this point to try and learn the language. Now, that's always, of course, been a point of concern over here, which is why this particular issue was raked up yet again. Remember, even in that video there, the customer who's shooting this particular video, at that SBI branch in Anekal, going on to say that there is an RBI guideline that, one must learn the local language of whichever state they're working at if they're they're working at the SBI branch. Now, of course, on its part, the SBI officials also over here at the headquarters who've actually taken that memorandum, who've accepted that memorandum now, from the pro-Kannada activists who were protesting, have in fact, now suggested somewhere that the official has been transferred. That's the word that's coming in from the Chief Minister also now. But like you rightly pointed out, this is probably, more of an emotional issue now for the people of the state. And given that, maybe, of course, with some consideration there, which is why we're seeing swift action that's coming from the bank as well. We'll really have to wait and see where this debate dies down. This is not the first time, whether it's been with the Sonu Nigam issue in the past, whether it's been with the signages in the past where we've seen massive protests breaking out by pro-Kannada activists. It has been a slew of incidents, and time and again, of course, this issue keeps getting raked up.
Absolutely. Neha, I'll come back to you. Let's also play out for our viewers a report that you have sent on this entire row that has erupted.
An incident of an SBI staffer in the Anekal branch of Bengaluru not speaking Kannada has now sparked off massive protests here in the city, with pro-Kannada activists threatening to, in fact, lay siege to the local head office of SBI here on St. Mark's Road in Bengaluru. Even as you had the protesters, in fact, coming out and protesting outside the bank, now you've had officials of the bank who've come forward and taken the memorandum that they had indeed come to submit. Well, this was an instance now of where, in fact, we saw a staffer refusing to speak in Kannada, followed by which a video went viral where, in fact, you have the customer there in concern demanding that the woman speak in Kannada because she was in the state of Karnataka. Well, after that particular video there started to go viral, we've seen the manner in which the language row has erupted in the state of Karnataka again, and now you have officials of the bank, in fact, of course, who've come out over here, the general manager who's come in to accept the memorandum that the officials, that the protesters in fact had to submit to him, and more importantly now they've even warned of protests across the state of Karnataka if action is not taken against Priyanka, the staffer there who refused to speak. Well, of course, mixed reactions that have come into this particular incident here that's yet again sparked off the language war or the language debate in the state of Karnataka. And as you see right now outside the SBI branch here, officials have come out, they've accepted the memorandum, and of course we'll really have to wait and see where this ends. But an incident, of course, that's drawn a host of mixed reactions here in the state again.
Neha, we just saw your report of, how that memorandum was accepted by the general manager of SBI by the pro-Kannada groups who were staging a protest. Of course, these are groups that have time and again echoed the kind of sentiment that prevails on ground as far as this language row is concerned. But help us understand what that memorandum was and where this entire tussle has now reached at the moment.
Well, yes, Shreya, in fact, right after this video started to go viral, we heard from pro-Kannada activists that, they are, of course, going to be staging protests over here at the headquarters of the State Bank of India in Bengaluru on St. Mark's Road, as well as at the Anekal branch as well. Right after that, we saw the fallout. Of course, you had the protests over here taking place. You had, in fact, officials right now who did, in fact, indeed go on to, at this point, accept that particular memorandum there that's come in now. In fact, Shreya, as we speak right now, we see another group of pro-Kannada activists here who are gathering at the spot right outside the bank to try and stage a protest. Remember, there's going to be heavy police deployment outside the bank headquarters, possibly the entire day now, given that, this still is an incident that hasn't died down. The bank officials, of course, have come out here and courteously met the pro-Kannada activists. They've taken in that memorandum as well. They've accepted the contents of that memorandum, of course, going on to suggest right now that, they want action to be taken against this particular staffer here. And they want to ensure that, going forward, an incident like this shouldn't be taking place, which involves the staffers not treating customers with dignity, not treating localites with dignity, and which is why an incident like this, of course, has now taken place. Moreover, if we are to, even focus on past incidents as well, where pro-Kannada activists have often raked up the issue,
yes,
there's been mixed reactions that's come in, with many saying that these groups shouldn't be allowed to take the law and order into their own.
I'll come back to you. S. Suresh of the BJP is joining us at the moment. S. Suresh, your first response to what is happening. This is not new to Karnataka, but obviously there are concerns that the pro-Kannada groups have staged today and have voiced to the bank as well.
No, I don't think it is a fault of the Kannada activists. See, there is a beautiful saying in English. You cannot oblige everybody. You can speak obligingly. That officer, if she or he had told the customer that I am new to Karnataka, I don't know Kannada, I am learning Kannada, I will try to speak Kannada, I think that customer would have been more happy. In fact, the local banks, most of the people who do not know English or Hindi, they go as customer. Ultimately, banks are there for customer. There should be some facility, some help desk to help these non-English, non-Hindi knowing Kannadigas. It is their money, they go for their transaction. Ultimately, banks which have branches all over the country, they should make it a policy to see that at least one person in each branch understands the local language and can converse with us in the local language. I think that will solve all the problems forever.
Okay. All right. Suresh, thanks very much for joining us at the moment, sharing your perspective with that.